Good morning, Sam.
Morning, morning. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Living the dream.
Dream or nightmare? Sometimes it turns into a nightmare,
Oh,
man.
it's
I'm not gonna
somebody's
lie.
dream.
Well, yeah, that is very true. I guess dreams are just the perspective you see it. So this is the podcast I've been trying to start, and I'm happy you're the first guest that I have. For we're gonna work together for future projects. That's the goal for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I call this the art of failure. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to explain to you what it is. The way I see it, everybody talks about success. Everybody talks about the great things they've done in their life, how they became successful, but nobody talks about those little mistakes that turn into lessons. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the point I want to take, the perspective I want to take, because I've been looking back in my life and I think all the mistakes are what really stopped me from becoming and achieving more. And I want to send a message to my old self, your old self.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds cheesy, but if you could look from now, look back, what will you tell yourself? And that's what I want to do for this new generation, my son, or any other kids out there that they're lost.
Yeah.
Because as I see it, people are lost as hell nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. I think everybody is. And I think life might be resumed with maybe being lost and trying to find yourself. I think we all go to school thinking we're gonna do something, and as you're in school, your perspective changes so many times. So I think we're all lost. We're just trying to find ourselves. And through different hobbies, through different activities, through different jobs. But
What I want to pick one topic today,
mm-hmm.
because through life we make mistakes every day, and that's something that whoever says they don't really make many mistakes is crap. But
Right.
what do you think is the biggest mistake you made when you were younger that it really affected or took a big what can I say, like the right word, I'm looking for the right word, to slow you down the most in life?
I don't know. I got plenty of mistakes I've done along the way. But something that comes to mind is playing it safe. And a little bit about that would be, for example, you listen to everybody. You get a job, you save your money, and I was I was always one to play it safe, and I think the one thing that comes to mind was when I think this is back in 2012. This is when I had the RX-8. I sold you the RX-8, and I always loved cars. My dad was a mechanic in Brazil, and growing up, I was always around cars. So cars has been a passion to me for quite a long time. But when I sold the RX-8, I think I was without a car for maybe 6 months or whatever it was. I
Five
think
months.
you were
Five
picking
months.
me up, and we used to
Yeah.
work together. Um, and at that point, the next car I wanted was the STI. I had two options. Either I buy the STI, and at that point, I was not making any money at all. I'm sure you weren't. I mean, we're working for the same company. Um, I could have bought the STI with some struggle. Probably I would have depleted all my savings and still be in big debt. Which I think was the correct route to take, because I think that would have increased my creativity, keep me ambitious, and I probably would have started a YouTube channel. Maybe not, who knows. But I decided to take the safe route and buy the Infiniti FX35, which has been a great car. I mean, in the last 10, 11 years, the only problem I had was the radiator. I had a broken radiator twice. But what I'm trying to say is that act of playing it safe and buying an Infinity, which it's an adult car. Back then, and we were what, early 20s,
Yeah, we were 2012. We were around 20, well, 22, 21,
right? And
something like that.
at that point, I feel like I should have gotten the STI. I should have, you know, upgraded the exhaust. I should have gone to car meets. I should have make YouTube videos. Should have taken it to the track. There's a lot of content that I could have made. What the STI that I couldn't really do, can't really do with the Infinity. I mean, it's not really an interesting car. It's a family car. So I think that kept me on, that put me in a box earlier on in life than it should have. For me, that's the first thing that comes to mind right now, especially now that I have the truck, I have the Infinity, and I want to get a sports car. But now that I have a house and the house is a money pit, it just makes things a little bit more complicated. What about you? What comes to mind?
Honestly, with that same topic, playing it safe, the biggest issue I have and that I will always regret is working for that company
Mm,
for so long.
yeah.
And it was it was too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to admit that playing it safe has bit me in the back the most in my life because by playing it safe, I stopped dreaming. By
Mm-hmm.
playing it safe, I thought having a job that paid the bills. And
And that is that hit hard because that's in a few words you pretty much said what I've been trying to say for the past 3 minutes. I stopped dreaming. Once I got the Infinity, I stopped dreaming.
my biggest issue, I wasn't into cars that much. I
Yeah.
always been into trying to do videos, right? And by being afraid of what people say, this one comes with a playing it safe
Mm-hmm.
because I care what people will say.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that people are gonna judge me. It doesn't. They judge you every day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then it comes with that whole topic of if you play it safe, what's the point? Because I don't know if it's gonna make sense, but we we playing it safe for other people, not really for us. What we're doing is we're looking at the outside, like, oh, if I do this, what people are gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a big mistake I have
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
come to make.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I I have to. Well, this is different topics, but I'm gonna dive into this one, and I think now that I gave it like a second to think about, biggest mistake with playing it safe was listening to my uncle, to my family,
Mm-hmm.
because by listening to them about playing it safe in life, I put myself in the biggest, I don't know how to say, I froze myself in time
Mm-hmm.
and in movement in life because
Right.
I used to ask for advice, and that was the worst thing I could do because I didn't feel like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to ask, oh, they're my family, they should know better, they want the best for me. Sometimes what they've done because they have played it safe their whole life hasn't given the results that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Which I think they do. You know, they want the best for you. But when you're asking them for advice, their advice is only coming from their share of experience and perspectives, and it might not be the advice that you needed, which playing it safe, I don't think that's what we needed at that point.
I think playing it safe is the biggest mistake we can make in any time in our life
Mm-hmm.
because once you start doing things that are not safe is when you really start living and learning.
Yeah.
Biggest not playing safe that I did was getting the car because my my uncle didn't want me to get a car because I didn't need a car.
Mm-hmm.
But the car brought a lot of learning experience in life.
Mhm.
Because from getting the car, I understood that you have to move into new things. You have to learn. I
Mhm.
got direct say it was a great learning experience because it built the foundation about understanding that I didn't know anything.
Mhm.
And at that time, I regret not learning about the car. But
Yeah.
I was stuck in a mindset of playing it safe, bringing it to the mechanic, not doing the work, not leaving it to the expert
Yeah.
supposedly.
Yeah.
And it comes with so much, man. If we start looking at playing it safe, so much shit comes into my mind that I really regret.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
For sure.
even not saying hi to a person that could have changed your life, bro. Like
Mhm.
learning from a person, building a friendship by
Mhm.
playing it safe. Like, oh, they're gonna think I'm weird or some shit. You have to be yourself in life, and that's the biggest issue. But
Yeah.
to me, I think the worst mistake by playing it safe was working for that company for so long.
Mhm.
I didn't learn anything new. I was with that paycheck thinking that's it. That was life, you know.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And I was like a horse just looking straight, not looking at everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. I definitely get it. Yeah, I think the way the company was structured, at least the position that you had, um, it gave you the opportunity to at least be more creative because you were more physically drained than mentally drained. So I think in a sense that's good, but I definitely agree with you being stuck in the company not wanting to be there. It drains you.
Yeah. And the problem is, I knew I had to look for something else, but by asking other people opinions, I try to I try to believe what they said, right? I try to be like, yeah, they're right. So all those emotions start building up.
Mhm.
And the problem is, I feel later on they just started coming out as anger, as other negative emotions, to start doing things I should have done. And it's sad because I look back at like the potential we have and we had and we still have it.
Mhm.
There's things we can do that other people can't, bro.
Yeah.
So I wasted years of my life by playing it safe. And that's, I think, what hurts the most is time. We never
Right.
get the time
Yep.
back.
Yep.
Sometimes I always look back at that, and it still bothers me, and I'm
Mhm.
mad at myself, honestly. Before the problem is, I used to think it was people's fault that I didn't grow in any aspects. Now I just have to come to terms it's my fault, and
Yeah,
it
no, it's
hurts the
it's our
most.
responsibility.
But that's the problem. That's what hurts the most, knowing it was your responsibility of moving up in life, growing in life, and doing things.
Mhm.
And when you accept it's your own fault, it bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers like hell.
Mhm.
Because if I didn't move up in the company, it was my fault because I didn't do anything about it.
Right.
And I think that really, really hits deep in the heart
Mhm.
because you're like, what the fuck? I
Yeah.
wasted years.
Yeah.
And but I didn't have a mentorship. That's the problem.
Everything happens for a reason. I mean, if you had moved up into the company, I mean, maybe you wouldn't have the desire and the hunger that you have now.
And yeah,
Maybe you would have been making
more money. And
40, 50% more than what you were making before, maybe even more. You would have been content with the money that you were making. You wouldn't have listened to that book that you listened that created that drive in you, and you still would have been there. So everything happens for a reason.
that is very true, and that's why I look back the last company where we used to work together. That I didn't get the positions I wanted. I'm happy now that I didn't get them,
Mhm.
because then I would have focused on that, and I think it would have been a big mistake.
Right.
Because from there I would have given all my energy to that.
Mhm.
And so right now where I am, yeah, I got a good job. I'm not gonna lie. Compared to other people, how people see it, am I satisfied? No.
Mhm.
Did I want more for myself? Yes.
Mhm.
Am I gonna stay there too long? Honestly, I don't think so
Mhm.
because I'm coming to a point that I just doing things for other people is not what makes me happy.
Yep. Yep. And that's what I think we had this conversation probably a year ago. It's not really the job. I think it's the where our mind is right now. Um, it's not really the job. We know that we can do more. Whew, teenager, my voice is crackling. We know that we can do more. So whatever job that we take, it's just gonna be the same. I mean, it'll soothe that feeling for 6 months, but as soon as that 6 month period comes around, it's like it's the same shit, man. I don't want to be doing this.
Yeah, you know what's the thing? 2, 3 months ago, I was getting comfortable, very comfortable with what I was doing, right? And then life reminded me that I shouldn't be comfortable. Something happened that just put me in a spot where I was like, "What the fuck I'm doing?" You
Mhm.
know, I'm like, I'm playing it safe again, and that's not the thing I
Yeah.
should do.
Yeah.
I was like, stop wanting to move on. You know, like, okay, so I'm making money. I can
Mhm.
do this. I have this car. I can fix this car. I can go out. I can do more things. But then I started like drifting away from what I really wanted.
Mhm.
Then life just showed me again. Like this some stuff happened that showed me
Yeah.
like why, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. No, you're very good at reading signs. I don't take hints whatsoever, man. Unless life hits me in the face with the punch. I terrible at getting hints. But you've always been good at that.
so, I think life shows me a lot of stuff in the past, bro, and didn't really wanted to see it, and now I try to see every sign. Sometimes maybe it's just our minds
Mhm.
that we look at things as signs too,
Mhm.
and then we push for what we want.
Yeah.
But I think it's never too late to change. But we gotta stop playing it safe.
Mhm.
That's the scariest part of everything because if we look at all the people that played it safe, are they really living their life to what they wanted?
Mhm.
Are their dreams got, I imagine, crushed. They
Mhm.
doing things they hate. They're waking up to do things they hate.
Mhm.
They live for the weekends, and I don't want to live for the weekends. I want to
Yeah.
live for life, you know.
Yeah, I think there's the biggest thing for me, the hardest thing is like I never really knew what I wanted to do in life. It's like to be completely honest and transparent, I don't think I know what I want to do in life right now. It's like I'm 33 years old and I've that question comes up every like other month or so, and I don't really know how to answer it.
I know what I want from life. What I want to do is something that, well, it comes to terms. What do you want to do in the sense of make money wise or how you want to live your life?
Mhm.
Because what I want to do every day is wake up 3 a.m., go to the gym, have a workout,
Mhm.
come back home, shower, get ready, and then when it's school time, take my son to school,
Mhm.
go back home, work on what I want to work, and do the things that excite me in life.
Yeah.
From it doesn't matter if it is work, it's still work, but something for myself. The time comes, go pick up my son from school, try to spend time with him, try to see him more,
Mhm.
and then start the day over again. But it's doing something I put my rules to it,
Yeah.
not having to do things for somebody else, another company or whatever. It's like that's what I don't want.
Mhm.
Wasting my time driving around, stuck in traffic, making it home late, go see my family for a few hours and then having to fucking start again. That's what is making me miserable and unhappy.
Mhm. You know, I think for the most part that's what I want, except the kid part. But it's it's very contradicting because at the same point where I want that lifestyle, get up in the morning, call you up, hey, let's go grab coffee. You take our cars, go grab some coffee. Come back home, either check the stocks or work on some projects, and then hit the gym or do some sports. At the same time, I want that lifestyle. I also want my lifestyle to be fuck. let's go travel the world for 3 months. And it's hard to have both of those lives. I always feel like
You can actually have them, in my perspective. You can do 2 months of one, 2 months of the other one.
Yeah.
And it'll be good for you, so you don't feel you're stuck in one lifestyle either. You can
Right.
change things around. You don't have to be in one place all the time. The thing is, the making it happen, I think, is what is scary to everybody, because you don't know how you're gonna do it. You don't know what can happen, and it's like everything we learn teaches us fear of everything. But it's something that is not impossible. And if
Yeah.
you could do that, travel and then come back, take the traveling as your job, and then coming back and resetting as your vacation, will be good too. You
Right.
can have two perspectives of it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because traveling gets tiring too.
Yeah, for sure.
You will, you let's
Yeah, no,
let's put
but you
into
need
it.
a home base.
Yeah,
You-
it does, because it's your safety place.
Yeah.
And even talking about safety place, when you go and stay at a hotel, you sleep, but you don't sleep 100% good as sleeping in your house. And I believe, I don't know if it is true, I heard it from something, that in your house you feel safe, even smells different because it's your safe place. So you get to be more relaxed. And that comes from back in the day when we were not as civilized, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That word civilized sounds kind of funky to
But
me.
yeah, I can be uncivilized at home. Like what my sheet smells like at home and what my sheet smells like at the hotel are two completely different things.
Yeah.
People listening to this podcast like, oh, a disgusting human being.
No, man. Discussing is other people around this day and age now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna point fingers, but they should know who I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
it's that playing is safe, man. We gotta change that. We gotta become unsafe, uncivilized.
Yeah.
Because I think being civilized makes us weak. That's the mindset that is gonna slow us down from risking and becoming what we want to become.
Yeah.
Because fear is what stops you. Fear is what doesn't let me think about all the opportunities there are in the world. If you really look, bro, there's people making millions of dollars of selling stickers on the internet.
Yeah. If you think about it, man, fear is a lie, right? Because fear is just anticipation of the future. And how many times that what you feared really occurred? Very few times.
Well, this is the thing, right? If we get a little into another field, another topic, whatever you think you bring into your life, that energy. If I think I'm gonna do something wrong or something happens, that transforms into, like, your thinking brings that into your life, you know. If you, like, poverty is a mindset. I never saw it like that. Being broke is just something that happens in life and you can change it. Being poor, it's a mindset. I read it from that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it
Yeah.
makes sense. So whatever we think, we bring into life. So if you think negative, life doesn't get better. It's a perspective.
Yeah.
Like when you wake up, like today, I woke up, I was like, okay, I gotta do this. Okay, let's make the day great. If I'm like, oh, I gotta do this in a bad mood and everything, life is not, shit ain't gonna get better.
Yeah. Yeah. It's your perspective.
Yeah, like, let's put it like this.
And having the power to change your perspective, that's really powerful.
Exactly. Like, for example, what can I ask? What can I really bring into the table? Shit, I don't know, man. I want to bring an example for some people that they think different. Shit. Let's say cardio, right? I hate cardio with a fucking passion. For example, I gotta go train. I do cardio, right? I can look at it like it's something that's gonna suck or it's something that's gonna improve my. For example, I'm burn
lifestyle.
calories. Yeah, it helps with your breathing. It helps with your mindset and everything. So it's two ways of seeing the world.
Mm-hmm.
from being negative or positive, and it makes a change, man.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a change.
Yeah.
This the half empty glass, the half full glass, and I rather see everything as the half full glass.
Right.
Even if I don't have the money I have, I'm building the experience to have something that I want,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be able to be better in life.
Yeah.
When my car breaks down, it's uncomfortable, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn this today. I just in the G37, I changed the throttle body.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever picture me fucking working on cars when I was young? Because I didn't.
No, 10 years ago, absolutely not.
I was a fucking clown 10 years ago. I used to not even know how to use a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Now I was like, okay, I have surprised myself.
Yeah.
But if I play it safe, I would have taken it to somebody else to fix my car,
Yeah.
charge me, and I wouldn't have learned. So sometimes you gotta play it unsafe, so you learn. It's a life lesson. You learn a skill, and you understand better how things work.
Right.
That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd say that's a good point.
Now, like, I do want to change the job, so I'm gonna start looking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I find what I want to do. Maybe I don't. But
Yeah.
fuck it, it's a moving machine, and I don't want to play it safe anymore.
Yeah.
Did I tell my girlfriend about it? No, because sometimes I don't think she'll understand where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
She sees the world different,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to ask for opinions.
Yeah.
Because sounds mean, but I'm still gonna do what I believe.
Yeah.
I stopped doing what people will suggest,
Yeah.
and that's the best way to do things now in my mindset.
Yeah. No. No. I agree. I agree. A lot of people don't do that, and they fall into the trap of people pleasing. So that's awesome.
I still think I have to ask for advice from you. You're my best friend,
Mm-hmm.
and other two people, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna do what I feel my heart, my gut tells me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My gut tells me something, fuck it. Even if it's scary, I gotta do it. I
Yeah.
gotta do it.
Yeah.
This, the crazier part about not playing it safe is that I realized in a year I made changes into my life I never even did in over 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucking sad to me.
Mm-hmm.
I never had the will
Mm-hmm.
to change things around.
You can look at it as sad, or you can be happy that you're doing it now.
Yeah.
And once you make that first step, it's always so much easier to take the second step.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know if it hits hard to you, but I look back, it's like all those years, what I could accomplish with a different mindset.
Right.
I could have moved faster.
No, you're still young. You're 32,
32.
so it's still got time. Still
Well,
got time.
Yeah. Well, like Dana White said, if we want things, this new generation is just pushovers. So
Yeah.
if you know how to handle yourself, you know how to talk, I think it's easier. And for people like us, it's going to be easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because now this generation, they are in the phones, that's it. They don't know how to have conversations.
Right.
But you put this new generation, they wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's about playing it safe. People are scared to go talk to people too.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't learn anything if you don't have. The world is like the web, and like a spider web, like the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You learn from going to a website, and that's how
Yeah.
we learn.
Yep.
And I believe playing it safe is the biggest dream killer,
Yep.
goal killer.
I agree. I agree. So it's time for me to find a way to get myself a sports car. See if I can start dreaming again.
Fuck it. I'm gonna have to get a sports car too.
Yeah.
It's what I have now. It's fulfilling my desires,
Mm-hmm.
but I still want more, man.
I have to wash the truck, which is it's gonna be a big sacrifice for me because it's my dream truck, and I've been wanting the truck for like 4 years. But I don't think I bought it in the right time.
Can
It's
I
pretty
ask?
much it's just sitting. It's just sitting in the driveway. We can't get an RV now just because the house is a money pit.
Can
So-
I ask you something? And I think this one is gonna bother you, but did you buy the house to play it safe?
Did I buy the house to play it safe? I bought the house because it was maybe I think it's the right thing to do. Because we had the money, and I'm happy that we bought it when we did, because I didn't want to buy it as I was waiting. I was trying to time the market, and I was
The
like, nah,
market never went down, right?
it never went down. So I'm happy that we bought when we did. I think it was a smart move. It was the right move because we do have tenants, and it does help. We're building equity. We're building our network. So was it playing it safe? Yes. Was it the right move? Yes. Same thing with the Infinity. Was I playing it safe? Yes. Was it the right move? It was the right financial move, because at that point we weren't making any money whatsoever.
Funny, right? When you look back, the money.
And I mean, at 33, we own a multifamily, and I mean, it's nothing to brag about. I mean, I want another 15 properties by the time I'm 40.
Maybe that's what's gonna start your journey, though.
Yeah.
You gotta see it like that. You gotta look back and be like, okay, I never got the car. I got this property. But the property is actually a great thing because it's a property to
Mhm.
something land you can't make. So the best thing about that is you just gotta find what's gonna push you to get more property so you can become
Right.
financially stable in a
Yeah.
lot of ways so you can buy those things that those like I guess the car, right? The dream
Mhm.
car that you want, or it doesn't have to be the car. A dream
Mhm.
car, it has to be the car that's gonna make you happy. Because you want a car that every time you look at that car, it gives you a smile in your face.
Mhm.
Because I
Mhm.
believe having a car is like going into marriage.
Mhm.
You want a long-term commitment, it's not gonna get you bored.
Yeah.
And that's how I see the cars. That's why I got the car, the Q60. I love it every time I get in it.
Mhm.
Did I
Mhm.
want another one? Yeah, I guess because I want the GTR, like
Yeah,
I
and
said.
that's the problem that I'm having. I mean, I love the truck. I don't want to sell the truck every time I drive it. I I love it, but I mean it's sitting here more than I'm driving. I mean, it's been over a year that I have it now, and it's got 8,000 miles.
Did you buy the truck to play it safe too?
No, no, the truck was not playing it safe, because at
That was
that
the
point
opposite, right?
that was the opposite, right? And I've been wanting the truck for like maybe 4 years now, and 2 years ago I had the money to buy it, not buy it outright, but put a nice down payment. And I didn't, because we're looking for a house, and it looked like we were gonna get a house. So I was like, let me put this off for a bit. 2 years go by, and we still didn't have a house. It was so hard to get a house. So I told myself, I was like, you know what? By December, if we still don't have a house, I'm buying the truck. Fuck it. December came around, and I started looking. So I think it was end of January, I finally put a deposit and I ordered the truck. I ended up getting it in June, and
That's when the house.
June, that's when the house, yeah, we got the house in May, and we moved into the house in June. So that it was not playing it safe.
But it gives you a sense of accomplishment, I believe, right?
It does, it does.
Sometimes, well, material things, and this is a whole other thing, give you the sense of accomplishment that you can get things
Mhm.
if you put your mind into.
Mhm.
And some, well, the way I see it, you didn't play it safe, but you still won. You got the truck and you
Yeah.
got the house. You
Yeah.
didn't lose one or the other.
Yep.
Maybe the problem is that you don't have enough time to use the truck, or you don't
Well,
have the purposes that you wanted the truck for.
right, yeah, the purpose that I wanted the truck for, was to go RVing, and some other things. We'll call it off-road purposes for this podcast. Um, but I mean, I think I'm also having a hard time admitting to myself that I made a mistake by buying the truck when I did. So and
You would have been happier getting the sports car? A sport
Probably.
car. A sport car. Let me put it like this. A sport car.
Probably.
The thing I see on every time we look at sports car, man, it's just is. I don't want people to misunderstand this, but you, I see happiness and excitement
Mm-hmm.
in your face.
Well, I think the sports car for me there's more that I can do to the sports car that will bring joy to me. I mean, I can throw bigger wheels in the truck. I can lift it. I can get a better exhaust. But it's not something that really excites me and brings joy. So it would just be like putting money into the truck. Where if it was a sports car, I can document it. I can show my excitement. I can make videos about it. I can do sound clips. Take my parents for a drive for their reaction. Take it to the track. So there's a lot more that I can do with the sports car than I can do with the truck. I mean, next month we're taking a truck and we're going to a concert. We're going to tailgate. Would tailgate be as fun with the sports car as it will be with a truck? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So we're very outdoorsy, so like camping, truck is perfect for. But I mean, we
A
go
WRX will
camping,
be perfect for camping, like that video, that documentary you sent.
WRX.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that guy? He put a whole tent on top of the roof of the car.
Mhm.
So I think, in my opinion, bro, we only live once. For all we know as of right now,
Mhm.
you have to do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Yeah, but at that point, truck was making me happy. But now that it's just sitting, it's not, and I'm having a hard time assuming responsibility that I made a mistake and then probably selling it right now. I'm taking probably gonna take like a $10,000 loss. But it's
I,
either you take the loss or you wait another 2 years and lose more money.
yeah,
So
of course. That's the thing. I think well, I don't think I would suggest calling it a mistake. Call it a life lesson, because words have power over us, man.
mm-hmm.
Now I learned, I know, don't say anything negative about yourself. Doesn't matter. Before I used to be negative about things I didn't like about me. Now I'm like, okay, so I have a little issue that I can change,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But overall, I think, and cars, man, it's gonna sound cheesy to people that don't love cars, don't like cars, or that are like electric cars. And yeah, this is a diss to the people that like electric cars. You're not gonna understand waking up in the morning, turning your engine on, listening to the exhaust and the engine, just how it is just, it gives me a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Getting into the car, going into the highway, not going past illegal speed limits, just spit into that spot where you feel a little rush.
Well, no, every time that we went over the speed limit, it was in Mexico, so
Yeah. So
I'm gonna nothing to worry about.
yeah, so that excitement, man, and I wanna go to a track. I'm not gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel there's something there that will give me happiness that other things don't.
Yeah.
And honestly, the motorcycles when we used to ride, we never played it safe with that one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that was very unsafe thing we did.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. But lately, I've been looking at bikes, listen how they sound, and I get excited. But I'm
Uh-huh.
not getting one because I'm afraid. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, if I ever get another bike, it's not gonna be a super sport. No, it's so uncomfortable for me, man. Like not uncomfortable where it was not pleasant
Yeah.
because 20 minutes riding that and
Half an hour, man, and I had to stop.
my back would be
And
screaming.
we were younger
Yeah.
back then, so I don't even know how it would be for now.
Yeah, so
But
if I get another one, it would be like maybe a Scout Bobber, Indian Scout Bobber, or
if I ever
Harley.
think of a bike, it would be strictly for track. But then I enjoy more getting in a car than I can take a friend with me
Right.
for a joyride.
Yeah.
Or in a car, just, I don't know, a car is a car.
Yeah.
It's different styles.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, man, it's just sometimes we gotta risk. We don't, well, it's about playing it safe. We have to not play it safe so we can feel accomplished and be happy.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to live too much for other people than to live for ourselves.
Right.
And people get mad nowadays when you do things for yourself
Mm-hmm.
because I'm gonna jump in another topic we gotta touch next week, and I think it's the biggest issue going on with society, that women and men, they believe by going into a relationship with another person is supposed to make them happy, that the other person has the responsibility to make them happy.
Yeah.
And I think it's the biggest misconception and lie there is in this world as at the
Yeah,
moment.
I agree.
Because I'm with my girlfriend. Her responsibility is not to make me happy. I'm supposed to be happy because it's a mindset.
Right.
I'm supposed to feel good with her.
Yeah,
And
let's not get too much in this topic because we might run out of.
Oh, yeah. Well, the point is, we have to do things for ourselves
Yeah.
and play safer and safe for ourselves.
Right.
It's our responsibility to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the fucking past right now,
Yeah.
and it's bothering me.
I mean it's a good thing that's bothering you, but you learn from it, man.
Yeah. Well, the play is safe. I never fucking invested in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Playing it safe. I never invested in crypto in the right time.
Yeah, I get mad about that myself, man. I learned about Bitcoin back in like 2009 from a friend, and I wish I had put like $1 into it, man, back then. Oh my God.
Playing it safe. I never bought stocks in 2012 when people were showing me how it works.
Yeah.
Playing it safe. I didn't start thinking different. I didn't start reading books. Didn't start doing things I should have done. And another playing it safe that people have the misconception is you have to go to school, learn, spend your hard-earned money learning something that is gonna have a safe net for you. That at the end it just is a lie. That takes.
Nah, college is. Parents, if you got kids listening right now, this time will be a good time to put it on pause and wait for them to get out. But I think college is the biggest scam out there, man. It's a business just like Big Pharma. Because let's be honest, at 18, do you really know what you want to do for the rest of your life? So we're making these 17, 18-year-olds make decisions that they want to do for the rest of their lives. And I forget what the statistic is, but I think over 60% of people change their major. So you end up being in college for longer than you have to, and it's just money down the drain. Money down the drain.
And not just that, it's the time they spend, bro. That's the time they never get back.
Yep, yep.
And look at us. We're making more money than people that went to college and busted their ass.
And we had zero debt.
Well, I do have that though.
Well, no, I'm saying
compared to them, because
right out of high school, we had zero debt.
Yeah. And compared to them, that we don't have interest piling up like the interest rates are crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if you went to college and you knew what you wanted to do and you got a job in that field, all the power to you, man. But God bless you.
Really, all the people that I know, they changed their major. Some they didn't finish. Right. Halfway they gave up. Some wanted to do doctors, they ended up doing teachers. Some math, something like working for big companies about, they were good at math, doing things that for the government or something. And what happened? They ended up doing all the things, psychology.
Yeah.
That's very different than what they went for. Why?
Yeah.
Because people schools don't prepare us for anything. But that's another topic we can't get into. Then,
I wish, sometimes I wish I had gone to college and just for the experience and the party and the craziness. But then it's do I really want to do that and be in debt to that for 5-6 years?
Yeah.
Nah.
I think
not.
I would enjoy college for meeting up people or making connections.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think it wouldn't have worked for me.
Yeah.
I get bored easily with things
Yeah.
that are not entertaining.
Yeah.
That would have been a big mistake. Maybe my life wouldn't be where I am either, and I wouldn't feel the way I do.
Yeah.
So things happen for a reason. But most people I know went to college, they ain't doing anything. They
Mm-hmm.
playing it safe, making less money than what they dream of,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
Us, we played it unsafe in that sense, and we're doing better.
Yeah.
We're doing much better than a lot of these people.
Yeah. Get hungry, people. Get out there. Don't play it safe.
And change your lifestyle, people. Play it safe is knowing you have to go home certain time. If you want something, you're gonna have to change it. And playing it safe is the work-life balance. And there's no such thing as balance. That's one thing I have come to terms. You're either gonna give too much to one thing or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because that playing it safe comes in a lot of aspects. Oh, okay, I have this time, and sometimes you have to put certain goals and take responsibility.
Yeah.
But
For
playing
sure.
it safe is a big stake. It's the biggest issue that I never realized until now.
Mm-hmm.
I did wrong.
Yep.
And everything that I ever play on safe is making me happy, man.
Mm-hmm.
From getting the G37, that was an unsafe move.
Yeah.
Getting the bike was unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle never wanted me to get the bike. I
Mhm.
enjoyed it. I learned a lot.
Mhm.
Met a lot of people. The Q60, that's a was unsafe move.
Yeah.
That was just a feeling. I was like, they're gonna stop making it. Let me get it, bro. My girlfriend was not happy about it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure my wife's not going to be happy when I decide to sell the truck to get the Supra.
People, you guys listening to this podcast, once he gets the Supra, I'm getting either the GTR, Skyline, or I'm getting a Supra too. And this is just a promise to myself, and it's gonna be live on podcast, so I have to make it happen. I have to hold myself accountable. Why I'm gonna get it? I want to go out for rides too. And yeah, man, it's just everything I ever done that was unsafe is what's giving me the most happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Having a kid was not playing it safe too. I was 26. I
Yeah.
was immature. Didn't have a house. Didn't have nothing on my own. Didn't even really get a good job.
Yeah.
I had a job that was reliable, but didn't have a good job and played it unsafe. And we're still here. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Has bring me so much into my life.
Yeah.
And I have done other things I cannot talk in this podcast because it will get me in trouble. That's been unsafe, but have given me the most life lessons and have pushed me to change myself. Maybe someday I'll talk about it in a couple of years that won't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
But sometimes doing stupid things have good results. What do you think? You were done or you want to add something else?
I think we should keep it short and sweet
I think it was a good podcast.
before we start babbling off and
But that's what makes it interesting. We'll find out.
we'll find out.
Well, guys, my name is Phil, and I got Sam here, my best friend. We're gonna start doing this because, like I said in the beginning, sometimes we only talk about the wins. We don't talk about the losses, and always failing is not really a loss unless you make it to be. We just gotta see it as a life lesson that is gonna teach us for improvement. Remember, when you never started just running. You started as a kid, as a baby, crawling and then walking. It's a process, and that's what we forget in life. And we're gonna learn how to run together. What do you think, Sammy?
Not run, man. Let's learn how to fly, baby.
Oh, that's a better one. So thank you for watching, guys. And this is gonna go live as soon as possible in the month of July of 2023. And I want to record the dates because in a couple months we have planned a lot more stuff coming your way. Help you guys, and you're gonna help us improve too. Comment down below, let us know what you guys think, and have a great day. Have a good one, guys. Peace.